Hi everyone, welcome to EDUC 216, Nature and Conditions of Learning. My name is Dr. Jessica Butello and I'm going to be the instructor for this course. Dr. Webster is the one who created this course, so you're going to be seeing a lot of her in the lessons and everything, but it's my role to grade, to facilitate the lessons, to answer any questions you guys might have. So make sure that if you guys do have questions or anything that you're reaching out to me. I'm going to be your point person. So I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I am currently living in San Luis Obispo, California, so I am teaching you guys from a little bit ways away from UOP. I know we're all kind of doing the distance learning thing right now, so it shouldn't really make a huge difference. I am a full-time school psychologist right now in the district over here. I graduated from University of Pacific about I think 4 or 5 years ago. I got my PhD there in educational psychology. So I actually have taken this course. It is my favorite course, I think, that I took during my program. And I have taught it many times. I've been the instructor. So I really do have a passion for this course. What you guys are going to be doing is you're going to be learning a lot about cognitive psychology. You're going to be learning about theories of learning, theories of motivation, culture and race. You're going to be learning about a lot of developmental influences in learning. So this course basically focuses on how students learn and all the kind of aspects that play a role in that. So it's very, very interesting, especially for school psychologists. I think you guys are going to really love this course. So just to tell you a little bit more about the structure of this course, there are modules that you guys are going to be going through each week. And within the modules, you will be going through a lesson, and there are often multiple topics per week. So you're going to go through the lesson, and then what you guys are going to be doing is once you're done going through the lessons, you are going to be required to submit an initial discussion post. And so what that's going to look like is you are going to basically think of 2 points that interested you from the lesson, and you're going to say why that interested you, and that's going to be about 1 to 2 paragraphs. And then you want to do some of your own research and go out and find an outside research article that's related to the content from that week. And you want to make sure you discuss its professional implications. And so that's going to be another 1 to 2 paragraphs. So you want to make sure you post this discussion post Thursday by midnight. And then what you're going to make sure you do is you're going to respond to at least one peer, and this needs to be a substantive response. So I don't really want to see, oh, I agree with that, or that's a really good point. Make sure that it's about 1 or 2 paragraphs of a response, very thoughtful response. And again, the point of this is so that we're continuing the discussion. I know sometimes with online courses, it's hard because there can be kind of a disconnect. And the point of having these discussions with these online courses is to make it feel as much as an in-person course as possible, where we are really connecting with each other and having those deep discussions on the course material. So your response is going to be due Saturday by midnight. So those are kind of the main things. The next thing that you guys are going to have each week is you are going to have a few quizzes. So it's a quiz per topic. Don't worry about it. I know quizzes and tests always scare me, but these quizzes are not meant to get you. They're just to make sure that, clear up any misunderstandings. It's really just a check for understanding. It's all true, false, multiple choice. You get unlimited time. It's open notes, so you can use your notes. And the best part is it's unlimited attempts. So if you take it and you're unhappy with your score, you can take it again and again and again until you get the score that you want. But just note that there are a pool of questions that are pulled. So you may, if you take it once and you want to take it a second time, it may not be those exact questions. There may be a couple more in there that you haven't seen before because it's taking from a greater pool of questions. So just be ready for that. And those quizzes are going to always be due Sunday by midnight. So make sure you get those in. And the quizzes are 5% of your grade. So just a small percent of your grade. In this course, you are going to have a midterm paper. I actually really love this paper, and students in the past have said that they really enjoy this paper. It's a cultural heritage paper. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be writing and reflecting about your cultural, socioeconomic, ethnic, racial, gender, religious, spiritual experiences. And you're going to talk about how those experiences have really shaped your worldview, and how those experiences have possibly created biases, and how those biases and worldviews impact how you work with others in the K through 12 experience. So it's really awesome. It's meant to just be a reflection. A lot of students have said that they've gotten a lot out of it, and it's really helped them as they've moved forward in their professions, especially with what's kind of going on with the times right now. I think it's very relevant. So I will speak more about that paper when we get closer, but that will be the midterm. And then for the final, you're going to research a disorder, a condition, a learning or a counseling situation that we have not discussed in the class. So it's something new. And then you're going to basically connect the course content to it. And you are going to provide various accommodations, modifications, interventions that you would use for students who have this condition or whatever you chose to write about. And again, I will explain that when we get closer. So that's those are the main assignments for the course. I would recommend everyone, as we start out, to kind of go through Canvas. I think most of you are familiar with Canvas and have used it before, but if you haven't, there is a link in the syllabus, a how-to video on how to navigate Canvas if you want a refresher. But I would kind of go through and click around. What I want you to do this first week is to go look at the syllabus. And within the syllabus, there are multiple links in there. So one important link that I really like is the course schedule. Just because this course is so quick, I think it's really important to make sure you stay on top of your assignments. And what I do and what I recommend you guys to do is to go through the course schedule and write down your due dates in a planner. That way you really stay on top of things. So if for some reason something comes up and you know you're not going to be able to get something in on time, please reach out to me ahead of time, and we can hopefully work something out. I know things happen, so just make sure you reach out to me if for some reason you might be late on an assignment. But course schedule, very important. There's a description of all the assignments in there along with their rubrics, and I use those rubrics to grade, so it's really important to look at those rubrics before completing your assignments. Late policy is in there. So go through the syllabus, and this week there's going to be a quiz on the syllabus in addition to the quizzes on the topics. So make sure after you go through that syllabus that you take that quiz. Again, there's unlimited attempts. So yeah, make sure you get that done. I also would love to get to know all of you. And I would love you guys to get to know each other. So please, there's a link too for special discussion post where you can just provide an introduction of yourself. I would prefer it to be video, and it tells you how to do that. If you have a lot of issues with getting that video going, I'm okay with a written introduction, but it's nice to see everyone's faces, so especially because this is virtual. So if you guys could also get your introduction in this week, that would be great. This is a course where I really like people to feel safe. I think that part of feeling safe is really knowing each other and respecting each other. We all come from so many different interesting backgrounds, and a huge part of this course is kind of sharing our differences and how this course material, how we relate to it, and how it's impacted our own experiences. And so in order for us to kind of feel safe in sharing that information, I think it helps that we really get to know each other in the course. So I would love for you guys to go ahead and do those introductions. And so just a little bit about this week. So in addition to looking through the syllabus and doing that quiz, sharing your introductions, this week you're going to go through the lessons. So the lessons this week are on mandated reporting, professional roles, and more specifically the basically responsible use of social media, which is a big topic these days with technology and social media. Foundations in education in California. You guys are going to learn about conditioning theories. You're going to learn about constructivism. And then the last thing that you're going to learn about is social cognitive theory. So you're going to go through those lessons, make sure that you take the quizzes for each one. So there's going to be a quiz for each one of those, 5 quizzes total. And then you are going to do your first discussion post Thursday by midnight. Now this week, I just want to make clear that this discussion post looks a little different than the whole rest of the course. So usually it's just you learn the lesson and then you're going to pick 2 topics from the lesson that you find interesting, talk about those, get a look on your own for an outside research article, share that and talk about its implications. But this week it's a little bit more structured. So what you're going to do is you are going to review, there's a link for the timeline of California education. So you're going to go through that document. You're also going to read an article that's provided for you on Proposition 13. And I want you to pay attention to the educational impact. And so that is going to be kind of your main piece that you are going to be choosing 2 points of interest from. So your 1 to 2 paragraphs is going to be focused on those 2 readings. Even though you have learned lots of other topics this week of mandated reporting, constructivism, so forth. So your discussion is going to be focused on just that timeline and that Proposition 13 article. And then what you guys are going to do is you're going to choose for your outside article, you're going to choose an article to read on the local control funding formula. So make sure you find an article focused on that. In addition, so there's going to be 2 articles that you guys are going to research this week. What you're going to do for that next article is you're going to choose one person in your group to research the history of funding in California and the impact of Proposition 13 on education. So one person in your group is going to focus on that as their second outside article. The rest of the group is going to just research another unique, different article related to local control funding formula. Okay, so you have 2 articles, outside articles in total that you're going to look up this week. And so depending on what role you are, you're either going to be the one person that's looking up the history, and then everyone else is looking up just a unique article on the local control funding formula. So I know that's a little bit confusing. If you have more questions about that, you can reach out to me and I can absolutely clarify that for you. And it is the first discussion post, so I am very lenient in grading and everything. I like to give a lot of feedback on the first one just to let you guys know. So please don't stress out about it. Just do your best. And if you have any questions, just absolutely reach out to me and I'd be happy to clarify any questions that you guys have. So make sure you do that post. You want to respond to at least one peer Saturday by midnight. Make sure those 5 quizzes are in Sunday by midnight. So this week is a lot of work, but I think you guys will really enjoy the readings. I think this class does a really good job really giving you guys material that's applicable to your guys' jobs. There's a lot of real world application, and I think just because of that, it is very useful, very helpful. That's the main part of this course, is I want it to be helpful for you guys and not just busy work. So if you guys have any questions at all, like I said, contact me. My email is up on the syllabus. The fastest way to reach me is to reach me through my Pacific email. I know you can email me on Canvas, and that's fine. I am a little quicker because my Pacific email goes straight to my phone, so I see that one a lot faster. And it is the j_butello@u.pacific.edu. So it's my student email from a long time ago. So if you guys have questions, you are more than welcome to reach out to me, and I'd be happy to help you out, especially as you guys are learning to navigate this new class. There are no books required. All of the readings are on the course, so I know books are so expensive, so hopefully you're excited about that. And yeah, so another thing that I like to do is every single week I post a video like this. I like to kind of talk about common themes that I see in the discussion posts. And then I like to kind of talk about the week to come, just as a way, like I said, just to kind of keep us talking and in good communication. I think that's so important with these virtual classes. We want to make sure that we are in as good a communication as possible. So you'll be seeing a video like this from me, usually posted on Mondays, reflecting on the previous week and talking about the week to come. So hope you guys enjoy this course, and I will be posting another video in a week or so. So good luck, and I'm looking forward to get to know all of you and hearing your discussions this week.